joining you on the week. It is finally threatening to snow. We have had rain for months on end now, haven't we? And I was thinking it could only go up from here. It could only go uphill. Now that I've said that, we're getting both the snow, it's going to be biblical floods, there's going to be hurricanes, it is going to be the full thing, which is why you are joining us for a wee natter on a Sunday evening to scare away the Sunday scaries. And hopefully not think about the fact that next week is going to be horrible from a weather perspective. But Jenny does say you've got your Mystic Meg ball out. What are you saying about the week after?
It's supposed to be in double figures. I'm going to take that.
Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Because that makes a serious difference. Because double figures on Fahrenheit can still be freezing. You're off the calculator now. And while she does that, you get to enjoy U2 and New Year's Day, and we'll find out what you've been accused of cheating on and whether you were actually cheating as well. Yeah, sounds interesting, doesn't it? It's a wee natter with U2 and New Year's Day, and Jenny is doing that thing that's a little bit dangerous in the modern world. In the olden days, you go, the weather's a bit rubbish. I wish I was on my jollies. The problem with the modern world is the invention of the weather app that lets you look up locations around the world. Where are you looking at, Jenny?
I'm currently looking at Tampa, and it's 27 degrees.
So you're saying you want to be in Florida right now?
Well, we've got Savannah at 21. Obviously, these are places that I left on my weather app when we did visit the States a couple of years ago, and for some reason I do like to keep looking back and seeing what weather they've got. You know, St. Augustine 25, Orlando 28. Washington though is only 8. I really liked Washington.
So your tip is don't go to Washington in the winter. After all that processing, you've learned something you could have seen in a travel agent's or a booklet or something like that. And on a slightly different note, you have been in touch throughout the week when we're not doing this show live, getting in touch about when you've been accused of cheating and where you actually cheating.
Yes.
And Cheryl's been in touch even to say there's too many stories to tell. But when I was a younger person, I tried to put some sale price tickets on a pair of trainers I liked. I tried them on. I told my mum I liked them. She took them to the counter and I ran off, and I heard an argument between my mum and the assistant and the manager who saw me change the stickers over. My mum blew her top at me when she came out. I never went to that shop for numerous years, so I didn't get away with that one, and it served me right. I think that's fair, Cheryl. I think we've all tried to lean on the shop to get, a better deal or something, haven't we? Is that really your best price? Is that really the best you can do? Oh, look, it's got a yellow sticker on it. How did that happen? Or we're scanning it through as bananas. Not that I've ever done these things before. And not that I would recommend them, but I'm sure you've given it a shot, haven't you? Depeche Mode on a wee natter, and talking about not getting enough food. I bet you love it. If you're human, you love food, don't you? It's kind of a given. Or there might be one or two people who don't, but they're strange and weird, and we pretend they don't exist. However, I do have a very specific reason for bringing up food. 2 specific topics. One of them is an area that I got into trouble with. Do you want to explain it all, Jenny?
Are we talking about your macaroni cheese?
Yes. So for Valentine's Day, I thought I'd make a meal. I'll make macaroni cheese, but a little bit of garlic bread on the side. All's good. The problem is when I've done that myself in the past from scratch. Well, I'm talking about from scratch. I didn't, raise the cow, milk it, and produce the cheese or anything like that. But, starting from the raw ingredients you'd use to make the white sauce and cheese sauce and then the pasta and all that, right? I got in trouble. I got into a lot of trouble because the macaroni cheese I made could have been used as concrete. Yeah. We could have made some nice steps and a nice patio out back out of it. The other problem was Jenny had just bought some very posh pans and I apparently destroyed them in the process. So I have been banned from producing this food, but you wanted something special for Valentine's Day, didn't you?
Yes.
So I thought I would make macaroni cheese, but I'd use pre-made cheese sauce and just make the pasta and stick the garlic bread in the oven. And I thought that would be good enough, but it turns out I am in trouble. Explain all.
Well, I think you're going to just call it a little bit of a hack, aren't you? Because normally when you make your macaroni cheese, you use the really mature cheddar type, don't you? And it tastes really nice.
My approach to life when it comes to cheese or anything with a flavour to it is if you can't taste it from 100 yards, why are you bothering? Why do you need... You know how they rate cheese on a scale from 1 to 5, right? I think 1 to 3 is pointless. You don't need it. Get rid of it. Why are you doing it? It tastes of plastic. Don't bother. It's just going to be 4 or 5, nothing else.
Yes.
It would be a bit of a weird scale that started at 4 and ended at 5.
Yeah.
But you get the point I'm making. If you're going to do cheese, you've got to do proper serious cheese.
Decent level of cheese. Well, I did offer to buy one of those cheap saucepans for £3, but then realised that Wilco's don't exist anymore. So I thought I'll just hopefully he'll be all right. But you just did the hack, didn't you? You just bought some pasta and just put the ready-made cheese sauce, and you just slurped it all over, didn't you?
It was edible, though.
It was all right. But the best part was the apple and pear pie. Now, somebody asked, have you got the recipe for that?
Yeah, you go down Terence Schofield's place, you hand over some cash, and you get a frozen apple pie bag. It's as simple as that.
What it was, wasn't it?
Genius stuff, easy to do. And talking about easy recipes, Pancake Day is round the corner, isn't it? Yeah. And I don't want to get anyone into trouble, but I know somewhere they're not allowed pancakes. Ooh. So we're going to be naughty. We're going to have pancakes. Yes. But the problem is, what topping do you go with?
Well, you're away Pancake Day, aren't you?
I am away and working,
So do we have to do Pancake Day tomorrow or Wednesday or both? I mean, I can't cook in the kitchen, so I brought that ready-made. I've slipped up, so I normally buy the best ready-made and you put them in the microwave. But I bought that stuff that you add mortar to, you give it a shake and you pour it in your frying pan and you do that. So I'm hoping it can turn out.
So you can still practice the flipping bit.
Last time I tried that, it turned out like scrambled egg. But I don't know.
Hold on a minute.
What's go wrong?
How did the pancake mix end up like scrambled egg? Were you sitting there stirring it the whole time or something like that?
It just doesn't go solid, whatever you call a pancake. I just can't. Or you get it, you think it's ready to flip, and then half the middle gets stuck because it's still a little bit gooey. I'm no good, absolutely no good. I've never done the stick to the ceiling yet, where you flipped it and you're like, where's your pancake gone? And it's still hovering on the ceiling. I haven't quite got to that level yet.
But you're not too far off.
Yeah, with toppings, what are we going to do?
Out of the two of us, I want you to decide, dear listener, out of the two of us, which do you think got kicked out of the home ec class? Was it the one that can't make a pancake, or was it the one that managed to burn onions? Take your pick. But the other thing we want to take your pick on is, let's imagine that we do manage to somehow deliver functional pancakes. We've somehow managed to achieve very simple baking standards, get a pancake together. What do you put on your pancake? What is your favourite pancake topping? I know this is very BBC local radio as a topic.
But I like to know, you see, because I run out of ideas. I'm just your lemon or your orange. And then we thought, what about marmalade?
I'm sure it can work. Anything sweet can work. So yeah, we want to know, what is your favourite pancake topping? And then next week we'll be doing, what's your favourite biscuit? We'll go through BBC.
Do you know what we should do?
Yeah?
Wednesday we could film you trying to make a pancake.
We will see what happens. If I set the house on fire, it might turn into evidence for the insurance company. We'll see what happens. But want to know about your favourite pancake toppings? Our number to get in touch, best way to do it, 07367 85 85 47. That's 07367 85 85 47. And while you get in touch, let's chill out, relax, and enjoy a 90s classic from the farm. It's All Together Now. It's one of those songs you find yourself mumbling along to. The Farm and All Together Now on a wee natter, where we have touched on the topic of weather a moment ago, didn't we? And we've had Paul Storer in touch saying only snow on the tops of Arran in Ayrshire. Oh. So here we go. They've got a picture. If you're watching the show, you can enjoy a picture of the snow on the tops of the mountains in Arran. I do have to ask, it's given me an idea, because we're talking about pancake toppings, aren't we, right? Is icing a good pancake topping? Can you make it work? Just being inspired by those mountains and with the snow on top that almost looks like a layer of icing on top of them. Yeah. I don't know. Does that count? Would that count as a topping?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Wouldn't it all melt and go all like runny and just like run off the pancake?
But being messy isn't a problem.
Well, no.
You can live with it with a pancake. And talking about pancakes, Cheryl's saying chocolate spread or a chocolate sauce on mine. Ooh,
you see how we're thinking of that? Something like Nutella.
Yeah, Nutella's a popular one, yeah. Sandra's saying maple syrup on mine. Alfie's saying sugar and freshly squeezed orange juice. Pond Life with sugar and vinegar. Kim W, maple syrup too and lemon. Oh.
Excuse me, vinegar.
Vinegar.
I've never had a vinegar on my pancake.
I think it's supposed to be like a sweet and sour type thing going
Is
on.
it?
Yeah.
I've never tried that.
You're going to try it now.
Yeah, I've got some from when I have my chips.
And then when you go, oh, that's amazing, you're going to try it on your chips as well. We'll see how that goes. Anel76 saying, nothing, I don't like pancakes. don't touch pancakes. Argonauts saying lemon and sugar. And Alistair on board saying icing sugar is the best idea. Although, if we were talking about icing, it's not icing sugar, it's full icing we're talking about here. You know, almost like a layer on a cake or something.
You'll be doing a marzipan next.
Marzipan. There's an interesting idea. And while I figure out if marzipan on a pancake is a possibility and it will actually work, you get to enjoy Def Leppard, and then we go on covers versus originals. So brace yourself, you are going to have to make a life-altering decision in about 5 minutes and 40 seconds. This show is a bit of a safe space amongst wrong-uns, isn't it? But even we have to draw a line somewhere. And when we're talking about pancakes, gravy is good. It's something we cannot deal with. I can't accept that one. That's going over the line. And on a more cheerful note, Rachel said, I love a bit of Def Leppard. Looking forward to seeing the show in their hometown of Sheffield this summer. I am not totally jealous of you. If I said I was going to play a Kiki D song for you, this probably wouldn't be the one that popped in your head. On a Magic Carpet Ride, our covers versus originals winner this week. And if we're talking about winners, apparently there is another gold medal in the Winter Olympics. I've got to get it right. It's not the Summer Olympics, it's the Winter Olympics, which is why it's being held in February. All very confusing. But I didn't realise we're on number 3 already in terms of gold medals, right? 1 for snowboarding and 2 for skeletons.
What do you mean, skeletons?
I don't mean like they've come out from the grave. That would be weird. We're talking about the skeleton bob.
I don't know what that is either.
Bob. So it's going down on a tea tree.
On a tea tray?
So if you imagine...
What do you mean a tea tray? Do you mean what I sit and eat my meal on the sofa? Tea tray?
Not far off. It's got a couple of rails on it and that's it. But you know how they have the bobsled? Where it's like the 4 of them pile in and they go down the track whooshing along?
Yeah.
That's the full bob. And then you've got the smaller one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the name of it is. But there's a version where you go head first and that's the skeleton bob.
Oh.
I assume it's called skeleton because it scares you out of your skeleton.
Is that why, do we think?
I have no idea why it's called the skeleton bob, but apparently we've done very well in it.
Wonder why.
You don't sound convinced.
I'm not. Where do we get the practice in?
That is a genuine problem they did have at one point for some of these bobsled and ski jumping and things like that. There isn't particularly great facilities when it comes to Winter Olympic sports in the UK, or at least there wasn't in the past. I don't know about nowadays.
We did have a dry ski slope in Ilkeston, didn't we?
Yeah, but you can't send the British Olympic team to Ilkeston. I was about to say they get mugged every time, but Ilkeston's not quite that bad. You know, it wouldn't be the choice of destination. It'd be like sending them to Slough.
Well, we got Snowdome in Stoke-on-Trent. I'm just trying to figure out where they're getting the practice in, you know.
So you're imagining that our country's top skiers are sitting there on an indoor ski slope going round and round, waiting between families, hoping to get a shot at practicing.
My turn now, come on.
You don't think we've got mountains up in the north of the country that they might use occasionally? Or maybe, just putting it out there, they might practice in a foreign country.
Well, they may do.
It might be a possibility. Although, have you considered shooting for the Winter Olympics yourself?
What would I do you think?
You're not going to do an Eddie the Eagle and go ski jumping, I know that. That's not you.
I can't ski. What about the snow buggies? I'd like to have a go on that.
I don't think that's
the
winter.
Donuts?
I don't think that's a Winter Olympic sport. But I'm sure you could turn it into an exhibition sport. You know, do stunting or doing synchronized ski buggy skidoo sports.
Yeah.
That's such a cracking idea. I'll tell you what, we'll organise some sort of practice session. I'll get it on a wee handy cam and get a tape over to the Olympic Committee. It'll be in the next Olympics. They kept it simple. Big country in a big country on a wee natter, where I've just seen a couple of messages coming in from Sandra. One of them saying I was in Gregory's Baked Goods Emporium on Tuesday and two shoplifters came in. They put out an automated message saying shoplifters will not be tolerated, but they got away with it and I was shocked.
Wow.
Well, I guess the only option they could do otherwise would be like a bank where it's like piles and miles of big glass screens, and you have to talk through that little, annoying. You can't quite make them out.
Yeah.
And then they just squeeze your little, bake or sausage roll, whatever it is, between a tiny little gap. It's not quite big enough, and it just comes out as mush.
Yeah.
I guess that would stop the shoplifters, but it's probably not a good idea. And Sandra also pointing out they train at Bath when they're talking about the Olympics people, right? The Winter Olympics, sorry. The annoying bit is, I did stay at University Bath for a few months, very, very long time ago. And I remember seeing the place they train at the time. And for some reason, it just didn't stick in my head. And the other bit is I remember looking at it properly rough, like it was all overgrown and things like that.
Wow,
so I assume they clean it out a bit and, it properly looked after and whatnot.
Yeah.
Argonauts saying for Jenny, Matt Weston won gold in the men's skeleton today.
Yes.
He and Tabby won gold in the mixed skeleton. Tabby goes first when she's finished. Matt goes down and their times are added together. And Alfie points out it's called skeleton as the rails resembled a human skeleton frame when it's introduced in 1892.
I knew there'd be a reason, I'm loving the name Tabby. Stephen Hall told me it was Tabby, but he thought her last name was Stroker, and I thought, Tabby Stroker, that's amazing. It's like the cat, isn't it? But
Tabby
I don't
Stroker.
know you pronounce it, Stroker.
Just off the back of mentioning acquiring goods from Greg's Baked Goods Emporium, W. Wap has pointed out that they could rob a sandwich from Greg's. I don't know whether you're showing off your skill or just that you love the sandwiches so much and you're going to pay for them, but if you didn't have the money, you'd find a way to acquire the sandwiches. Maybe that's what you're going to do. And Pond Life saying KFC Rill.
Why do I laugh at this even before we've had the story?
There's nothing funny about Rill.
It's just the way you said in KFC Rill. I thought, oh God, here we go.
What could possibly be funny about KFC in North Wales? Tell me.
Somebody's nicked a bargain bucket.
The same shoplifter came in twice and stole phone orders. Just lying there on the counter.
He just stole the phone order.
Yeah.
The actual food or just the paper with the phone order on it?
I assume the food. Nobody's going to steal the till receipt. Even the if you did steal the till receipt, it's not like you could consume it or sell it on afterwards. Oh, I'm sure somebody would try. And talking about phone orders, we'll go on to the topic of phones and a very weird and wonderful place that they're allowed to be used. Yeah, I'll share all after the script. The man who can't be moved.
Going back.
Big question for you. You're planning on going to the moon anytime soon?
No.
Are you sure? Even if I could arrange a trip for you to get there, would you go?
I don't think I would, no.
Seriously? So if we managed to get you a space on a rocket, you're going to go up with NASA, you'd say no to that?
Probably.
Oh dear. Well, if you were planning on visiting the moon anytime soon, NASA are saying they will let you take your iPhone now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the big news to come out of NASA this week. So I'm kind of hoping that when the astronauts do get up there with their fancy smartphones that can take very high definition photos, they're going to get some cracking photos of the cheese up there, as discovered by Wallace and Gromit when they went to the moon.
Definitely.
Do you think the vending machine's still up there?
Maybe.
The one that was doing
some money in.
Yeah, he did put some money in. He's skiing around as well, yeah. I wonder if he's still up there, and if he is he still mechanically sound?
Yeah, it looks a bit gone, isn't it? When you
if not, it might have to turn into a rescue mission. Just thinking along those sort of lines.
That's you.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to? Can we just touch on the KFC and Rill?
Why do you want to touch on the KFC
Because
and
you
Rill?
know how somebody stole the phone orders?
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking to myself, how my mind was working this evening, that is that going to cue all the old messages on Facebook? Has anybody seen my KFC order? This is not my front door.
Oh, right.
Because it never arrived.
Oh, no problem.
Who's eating my KFC?
So you're...
Do you recognise this doormat? It's not mine.
Yeah,
I
know the sort of post you're on about, because you just see, if you haven't been on Facebook recently, it's just full of all these posts of, I'm waiting for a parcel. He sent me a picture of my front door. It doesn't look like my front door. It doesn't look like your front door. So rather than walk like 3 streets around your area to see which one they might have got it muddled up in, you post on Facebook and hope that somebody will come round with your parcel for you.
Yeah.
It's the most wonderfully lazy approach to solving that problem I've ever come across. But for some reason, Facebook is full of those sort of posts nowadays, along with when does the corner shop open? I mean, the corner shop's been listed on Google Maps for, what, a decade or two now, complete with accurate times on it. You walk past it every day, you can check in the front door. No, okay. You'll ask on Facebook. I really don't get why people do that. Honestly, questions that you can just answer with a quick Google or a quick search or, just walking past somewhere yourself.
Yeah.
I really don't get why you post that into, not to a single mate that you know knows the answer, an entire public group who have seen that question 15 times already that week. So you don't even check the previous questions.
Yeah.
Like, I've literally seen 3 questions in a row asking the same thing with slightly different wording. So nobody's checking what else, but you're just putting your question because I want the answer.
Sounds like our residents committee meeting, that.
It almost feels wonderfully selfish when you look at it. It's like, I need my own answer. I can't accept the other answer. If you talk about residents meetings, they are wonderful. If you've never been to a residents meeting because you think it's really boring, yes, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but one of the observations you'll come away with, because this is the observation I came away with, right, is you will get about 50% of the questions will be
the same one.
It'll be the same people, or it'll be the same question, slightly differently worded from the person sitting next to them.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you can see the person that's answering the questions at the front of the room just getting more and more frustrated with it. That's the funny bit, is watching them have a mental breakdown. It's like getting if you've ever worked in customer service, you know that that's a thing. I remember I worked customer service for one of the big supermarkets. On the end of the phone, and somebody rung up, the number that's in the till receipt. They rung it up, and they're thinking that it'd get through to the local store. And they were asking, all right, there's this shop over the road from you. Right. Can you go tell me what its opening hours are? You want me to drive 300 miles to check what the opening hours are? No, you can just step outside the store. It doesn't work like that. I'm in Scotland. You're in the middle of Wales. It doesn't work. But that's humans for you, isn't it? Gianna Caring and Shy Guy on a wee natter. We're talking about those daft questions that you see on social media that just gets asked over and over and over again. If you're on any sort of local group, you'll know the sort of questions we're on about. And Alfie points out, it sounds like politicians. It does a little bit. And I kind of see the connection there, because I'm in my head, becoming a politician, especially a local politician, is like becoming a customer service person.
Yeah.
You're going to spend your life just listening to complaints. Some of them are going to be genuine and they're going to be real issues and you're going to have to find a way to solve them. A good number of them are going to be, not this again. Seriously. Have you not got anything better to do on a Wednesday afternoon? It's kind of funny. We all say we don't like Mondays, but Tuesday is the real tough day.
Super Chunky Sunday Quiz.
A wee natter with Jenny and Marc Steele.
Indeed, it's time for the quiz that is so cerebral it consists of just one question, and so high budget the prize consists of, if you get it right, or if you're a bit more like me. And this week we are borrowing our question from the 2000 edition of the Trivial Pursuit mini pack and asking, what actor was elected Governor of California in 2002? Any ideas on that one?
Yeah, I think I have. I'll keep it to myself, though.
You're going to keep it to yourself?
Yes.
Well, if you want your video on, or even you have to share it with the crowds. Best way to do that, call, text or WhatsApp. Our number is 07367 85 85 47. That's 07367 85 85 47. And tell us which actor was elected Governor of California in 2002. Was it really that long ago? 20 odd years ago.
Stephen Hall's just come in with the right answer.
Show off.
The Super Chunky Sunday Quiz.
A wee natter with Jenny and Marc Steele.
Where you're trying to work out what actor was elected Governor of California in 2002. That's Sandra taking a shot with Clint Eastwood. Do you imagine that? Do you feel lucky?
You know my brother?
Yeah.
He loved all the Clint Eastwood films. We got a tortoise and he called it Clint.
He called the tortoise Clint?
He called it Clint, yeah.
Did he run around on a horse and start shooting people up and things like that? But no, sadly not. Clint Eastwood would have been an amazing governor, but no, not the correct answer. Argnaf22 with correct answer. Vicky with correct answer as well. Cheryl, was it? Yep, spot on. Alfie with, even though struggling to spell it a bit. Jen Flynn saying, not sure if it's spelled right. Anel76, spot on as well. Oh, and Daniela and Pond Life 21 and Stephen Hall.
Yes,
Everyone but you, Sandra. I'll be honest, I was in that pile as well.
Well, I was. You had to give me a few nudges, didn't you?
After I'd read the answer myself, I went, oh, it's that one, is it? Yeah, that's just what we're like sometimes. If you need a little bit of a hint, because you haven't figured it out yet, you had the name the Governor.
That's the only way I realised what it was.
That's what gave it away.
Yeah.
He had the name the Governor, and if that gives it away for you, and you still want your very own or, then there's still time to get in touch. However, you do have to get your guesses in by the end of this one from Coldplay. It's Charlie Brown. Apparently nothing to do with peanuts, despite the name Charlie Brown.
The Super Chunky Sunday Quiz.
A Wee Natter with Jenny and Marc Steele.
Where you're trying to tell us what actor was elected governor of California in 2002 and got the nickname the Governator because he was the Terminator in the process as well. And to get that sweet loving in your lug hole, you had to say Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it blows my mind that he was governor in 2002 to 2011 because they have term limits on it. That means it's like 15 years ago since he left office.
Wow.
It feels like he was still there to me. I don't know. You know any of the people that came in afterwards? None of their names ring bells to me. But there you go. Oh, it's just telling us how we're getting older, that, isn't it? And on a slightly different note, have you planned your summer holidays yet? No. Well, I've got an idea that might make your summer holiday one of the best ones you've ever had. I'll share it with you after Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth and All-Star on A Wee Natter. And have you started planning your summer holidays yet?
No.
Are you looking for somewhere that's a little bit off the beaten track, a bit unusual, somewhere a bit strange and different to go?
I like to go for the culture, really. The weather and the culture.
The weather and the culture. Well, have you ever been somewhere after it's closed down?
No.
It's properly creepy. I went to a office space after it closed down. Well, it closed down months ago, but I had to go in and do some works afterwards. Properly creepy. It's. I don't know if you've ever seen his websites like 28 Days Later and all these urban exploration things.
Yes, I do like them.
But everyone just leaves their trinkets abandoned, like they're going to come back into the office or come back into the site the next day. And you've also got the science projects coming to life in the forgotten fridge.
Ooh.
If I was to give it a rating based on what I saw there, 3 out of 10, not a bad option if Skegness is fully booked up. So based on that review, would you consider doing something a little bit different like that for your summer holidays?
I don't think I would, no.
Which bit's putting you off?
I think the fact that it'll be creepy. I wouldn't feel comfortable or relaxed. I'd come back feeling more stressed out than when I went.
But you'd be getting to see things people don't normally get to see. You'd be visiting things people don't normally get to visit. Surely that's worth a few points.
No, I think I'll pass on that one.
Just a straight up no, not going to happen.
I've been on a ward that's closed down. That's scary.
Oh, how scary. Give us a guide.
It's closed. You know when you're told to go to a particular ward and you walk in there and you're like, hang on a minute, this don't look open. And you kind of looking through the, like the glass panels and stuff, and you're like, and you swipe where so you're going in and you're like, there's nobody here. That is proper freaky. And I always think, oh my God, what if I can't get back out again? Yeah, it's really weird. That's that sort of thing.
So you actually went into it. You actually viewed the scary bit inside.
Oh, well, I thought there was somebody in the office that was waiting for me. I was having to take something down. It was just completely empty.
And you were just in this.
It was just like, just really weird.
And did it have all the abandoned trinkets and things and the science projects in the fridge that you?
I didn't look in any fridges. I didn't see any fridges.
That's wise, I suppose. In a medical environment, you might not like what you see in the fridge, and it's not apple juices in there.
No,
let's be honest.
Just a few odd beds, I think, like knocking around. And you're like, whoa! So are the officers still manned? Is that why we've got to come here and something? And somebody did pop out. One of the officers frightened me to death.
Okay.
So there was somebody actually working in one of the offices, but
so it's not completely abandoned, and it sounds like we've got a potential location because I know it's many, many months away. I'm trying to work out how many on it in my head on the fly. About 8 months away, right?
Talking Halloween.
I'm talking about Halloween. We could do a wee natter special from abandoned hospital ward.
Oh, wow.
Where it's proper creepy, proper scary. I don't know how we're going to get power and connectivity.
Just do
all
it
that
in
sort
the
of
corridor
stuff.
at night, because apparently nobody walks down the corridors at night. You know that corridor that looks like it's never ending? We've got one of those. And you can just look at that and think, wow, that's creepy.
I've got to send a letter to the local hospital saying we'd quite like to do a episode of our show for Halloween in your corridors where it's a bit creepy looking. Do you mind if we do it? Do you mind if it's a problem? Do you think we can make it happen? Well, what do you think their answer's going to be to that one?
Ooh, I'm not sure. Can I say on it?
Well, it depends how positive it is. It's a wee natter where we can't get abandoned spaces out of our heads, maybe your heads as well. And Alfie Cat's pointing out they went to Skegness in November some years ago, and that looked desolate. So it turns out you don't have to go to completely abandoned spaces to get that full scary vibe going. And I think we ought to move very quickly on from the scary vibe to something a bit more joyful. I think we'll go joyful now because Jenny wants to touch on the topic. And I can't believe we're bringing it up already. It's only February. Cream eggs. What's going on?
It's not going to be that long, is it, till Easter? I can't remember when Easter falls this year.
When is Easter? That's a good point.
Need to find out.
When is Easter 2026?
Because I don't know if I'm testing eggs or not.
Sunday the 5th of April. So it's still a little bit away. So
Still
about
a
2
little
months, something like that.
Oh, so you've seen all the Easter eggs out already in the shop since Christmas, haven't you? But somebody mentioned, I think it was on Sutty's page, about the Cadbury's cream eggs that you can get.
Yes.
Somebody asked if I tasted the Marks and Spencer's version.
Oh, they're doing their own twist on it, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh,
Now, I don't normally shop in Marks and Spencer's because it's a little bit expensive, isn't it? But I thought I'd pop in. We popped in the other day and we had a bit of a hunt round, and I didn't find them in Mansfield. But I found them in Newark yesterday.
All right.
Had a little round. I thought, oh, yeah, now here we go. And there was 4 in like a proper egg box that you would normally have. You know, the egg boxes. There was
the sort of thing that we use in here as soundproofing on the walls, and also a massive fire hazard that means insurance is not going to pay it. But you know the sort of thing, like eggshell cartons, egg cartons, yeah.
Yeah, but they only had 4 in, and there was £6. Ooh. And I thought, wow, that's a little bit, isn't it? But the thing is, we both like different flavours, but there wasn't mixed in the boxes. So you either had the pistachio ones, or there was a coffee one, or there was like a salted caramel one.
Yes, that was it.
Now, you fancied the caramel. I quite fancied tasting the pistachio one. So we got 2 odd ones. It was
individuals,
like £3, wasn't it, for 2 of the eggs?
So the same price as getting them in a multi-pack. There was no difference.
No difference. So I couldn't wait. I was going to kind of take it home and maybe have it later, but I thought, no. I just got round the corner from the retail part. I thought, I'm just going to stand there. I'm just going to open it. I'm just going to try it. And I thought it was quite nice. And you tried the caramel one, didn't you?
Yes.
And it was quite nice. But I'm just kind of thinking, could I do, like we do something for Christmas, like we tasted like this last Christmas, it was the old shortbread.
Yes. What are you fishing for?
Is it too expensive to try all the different types of cream eggs?
Or even all the different types of Easter egg.
Ooh, yes.
It's just an excuse to sit there eating chocolate all day, isn't it? That's what you're fishing for here, isn't it? You don't actually care if there's a winner or not. You just want to be able to sit there just eating chocolate
Well, there's no offers
with a
yet.
legitimate excuse to do it as well.
Yeah,
That's all you're after.
Somebody did mention there was a chocolate orange one, but I didn't see that one.
Well, as in full grown egg, or as in like
one of the little mini cream eggs, but it was like an orange one. Had an orange filling, and no, I didn't see that one.
All right.
And I do love an orange.
So you're going to go and find whatever orange chocolate things you can do, and then you're going to taste them on here, so it's an excuse to eat as many of them as you possibly can, rather than just getting one little one and now going, that's my treat for Easter.
I'm waiting for the 4 for a tenner to come out. They normally do have them on offer, the big ones, 4 for £10. I do share them with you.
Occasionally.
I'll try.
I can't tell you why, but I'm suddenly in the mood to wander out and down the high street, bashing people out of the way.
Yeah.
The Verve and Bittersweet Symphony on a wee natter, where we are talking all things chocolate at the moment. Obviously, I feel another few weeks of cream egg tastings coming on a wee natter. Can you imagine, was it something like 40 days, the length of Lent or something like that, isn't it? So that's 8 weeks worth of cream eggs. I don't know if there's that many of them on the market. We'll have to investigate, won't we?
Well, Stephen all sent me a photo of this. The Thorntons have got their own bunny Easter egg, white chocolate.
Oh, are you going to get into the argument about whether white chocolate is actually chocolate or not?
No, I just like it anyway.
It's edible. I don't like it. It's sweet. What's the problem? We can go with chocolate if you want to, you know. PG Fair One Cat saying M&S mini eggs, orange or mint, and M&S orange chocolate is egg is lush.
I didn't see them when we went there yesterday.
It's because they don't have it where the poors are in the Midlands.
Oh.
We live in that bit where they keep all the good stuff out where the rich people live. That's what it is. Or that's the excuse I'm going with. And Terry's Orange apparently do a cream egg as well. So we're going to have a hunt around for chocolate eggs. Which I'm almost feeling the diabetes coming on at this point, because we'll do that and then we'll go, oh well, in November it's I'm trying to remember what the national holiday is for Scotland. St Andrew's Day. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, in November it's St Andrew's Day. We need to test all the possible tablets for 30 weeks and see what happens.
That's an idea.
Then we're definitely going down with diabetes if that's the case, especially if we add batteries in to, sober up a bit afterwards. And while we consider whether any of this is a particularly good plan from a health perspective, and I suspect not, but from a consumer advice perspective, it's good. And that's got to balance things out, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Well, while we consult with some experts, you enjoy REM, the one I love, on a wee natter. It has been pointed out that November also has bonfire night, so Jenny could taste toffee as well.
I might pull my filling out, though.
It'd be very expensive then. So maybe we won't do that one. We're not rich enough to put all Jenny's fillings back in. That could get very troublesome. However, I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? It was Valentine's Day, wasn't it? And so I think we're far enough away to next Valentine's Day. We can start to talk about potential gifts for next year and have them ready. So there'll still be a surprise when we come round to that time.
I did buy you a box of dairy milk yesterday.
And you've eaten half of them. Let's be real. I don't think it was a gift for me, but I've seen a cup in one of the supermarkets.
Yeah.
I think... I might buy it for you. We'll see what you think. I'll get your opinion before I spend the money, right? It's got a love heart on it. So it's got that Valentine's lovey feel to it. And then it's got the words, "You'll do." So if I was to gift you a mug with "You'll do" and a love heart on it, how would that go down?
Well, you always say you'll do anyway, so...
I don't say that.
It does.
I don't say those words specifically. I said,
You actually say you'll do, lad.
I said, I do at the altar. I don't remember saying you'll do, lad.
You'll do, lad.
So I would survive. I don't need to put a booking in, with witness protection for next year to make sure I survive.
Well, I've got chocolate in it.
Oh, there's a question.
Then that's acceptable.
So I can get cheeky mugs so long as there's chocolate in it.
Yeah.
That's something to remember. Other things, back to the sweetie stuff. Argonaf saying November has bonfire night. It doesn't taste toffee. Alfie saying bonfire toffee doesn't taste like it used to when I was a kid. And cinder toffee for bonfire night is an option from Jen Flynn.
Did they used to make it from like black treacle bonfire night? Because I remember it when I was a kid and it was like a dark, really rich tasting toffee. It was just all you bite in a slab and the person in the shop had a little metal hammer and he'd smash it for you behind the counter. It was like just Nottingham that had the little metal hammer. They did.
Just
and they
to
smashed
check.
it because they sold it in, let's say a quarter of it or something. So they sold it in They had to smash it to put it in the bag, if you know what I mean.
You're saying.
It's quite sharp edges.
But the image you've described there is a person stood behind the counter with a hammer in their hand,
But it was one of those
right?
really tiny little hammers.
Just to check, were they wearing the uniform of the shop?
I think so.
Or were they wearing like balaclava, blacked out, or top to bottom? And
the shop.
I thought I'd just check, because most times when people are walking into a shop and smashing things up, it's to acquire things they didn't pay for. And I'm just trying to understand the mental image here.
I just think because that was quite a hard toffee, but didn't bonfire toffee treacle toffee, didn't that used to be like softer? The sort that would pull
treacle
you
toffee.
Yeah. What's the difference between bonfire toffee and treacle toffee? Because I remember both, a real hard slab where they had to smash it with a little hammer. And then you got like your treacle toffee, which I thought that was bonfire toffee as well. I might be getting myself mixed up.
Let's ask the internet. So it's treacle toffee. Treacle toffee.
Yeah.
V's bonfire.
Bonfire toffee. I think one's hard, is it? And one's soft.
Let's see what the internet says. So the artificial intelligence is thinking, apparently. So it's going boop, 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 boop,
I've
and
probably
doing
done its head in.
deep thought. Similarity. Treacle toffee and bonfire toffee are generally the same thing.
I don't think they are,
A hard, brittle, dark and intensely flavoured candy made with black treacle, sugar and butter.
Yes.
Associated with Guy Fawkes Night, although it's often called pot toffee or hard toffee. Similarities and differences, both use black treacle, golden syrup and brown sugar.
Yeah.
Both are boiled to the hard crack stage, resulting in a rock-hard bristle texture, which is the smashing that you get.
Yeah.
In addition to treacle and bonfire toffee, it's known as claggum and Luscious Dew, apparently. I'm not sure how much I trust an AI.
No, one's soft, isn't it? And then the other one's rock hard. So which is the bonfire toffee? Is it the rock hard one or is it the chewy one?
It says, taste-wise, treacle toffee often has a slightly more complex, bittersweet licorice flavour, while bonfire toffee is a name focusing on the occasion. So it's saying it's the same thing.
I'm not so sure now.
And it almost sounds like the AI is trying to do like an equivalent of a wine tasting or something like that for this.
It's made a mistake and it knows it, so it's trying to cover itself up by pretending that they're the same.
Yeah, and I've just seen a message coming in and say, you used to get trays of Bluebird toffee.
Oh, I remember the Bluebird toffee, yes.
With nuts in it, or plain toffee with a little hammer. My dad used to buy them at Christmas.
Yes.
Bluebird, in my mind, it's either the bird or it's the bus line in the northeast of Scotland. So I'm imagining Bluebird coaches going by like, wait, are they doing toffee? That makes no sense.
You used to be able to buy the tray with the hammer in it.
Oh.
That's amazing now. If you think back now, do you think they still allow that?
Nowadays, it'd probably get you a court appearance or something like that.
Probably would, yeah.
I'm not sure they could do that. Or if they did, it'd have to be like a little plastic one that would break if you tried it on anything that was tougher than the toffee was.
Yeah.
Or maybe they say, you have to go to a DIY shop, buy a hammer of your own.
Yeah.
Because we're all about recycling now.
Yeah, we are now,
So you buy your own hammer from B&Q and use that to smash a toffee up.
Yeah.
They can't give you the toffee in the hammer in the box anymore. Actually, they probably, if they could get away with it, they wouldn't give you the toffee in the box. You'd have to make it yourself as well. Although, if you're going to make toffee, you'd have to accept that whatever you're making it in is being sacrificed as an implement.
Oh, yes, I tried that with the flapjack. I ended up throwing the flapjack and the tray away because I put too much treacle in and it just would not come away. So everything ended up in the bin.
Oh, were you doing the daft thing that everyone does where they're like,
I'll put some more in.
I love the flavour of chocolate.
I'm not sticking to the recipe.
I'll keep putting chocolate powder in. And
I just kept putting all the treacle in. And I'm like,
then you learn the hard way why recipes have measures and say, this is exactly how much you need to put in. It's a wee natter where we're talking about Bluebird toffee, which, according to the internet, stopped being a thing in 2002. But apparently you can see some of the old tins and things like that at the Black Country Living Museum.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Do you think it'll have the little hammer in it?
Well, they don't. The picture I'm seeing doesn't have the hammer in it. It has the box.
Yeah.
And it has the price of the toffee in it, and it's 4p.
4p?
4p spelt with a D. As in the old-fashioned pennies.
Oh.
4 old-fashioned pennies. There you go. And Alfie's pointing out the hammers are collectible items now, according to Google, and you can still buy the hammers new. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
But they did stop making the toffee, unfortunately. It stopped being.
So Bluebird's gone. Can you still buy treacle toffee then on bonfire night? You go to these shops that sell them still in the jars. and you'd go in with your pocket money, and it was
I
a
assume-
quarter of. It weren't grams. It was quarter.
It was a quarter of a
It was
pound.
quarter of a pound. That's what you used to ask for.
Yeah, I used to order stuff in the sweet shop that way as well.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to think about how long ago that was. And on that note, that's about it for a wee natter this week. We'll be back same time, same place next week. But there's one last thing we've got to do before we say goodbye, and that's to give a title to this episode based on all the things we've chatted about and all the interesting weird one thing. I think the title we've got to go with is Anyone Out There from our creepy in the corridors getting spooked section.
Can I just ask if anybody sees any eggs I've not tried yet? Can they let me know if they've tried them and what they think of them?
Oh, I'm sure that could be
Yeah,
organised.
have a quarter of egg.
We'll catch you same time, same place next week. Have a good one and try not to think about Monday tomorrow.